So in the last video, I got this giant Beyblade stadium, but did you guys know that this stadium can also spin? And when using an attack type, like for example Cyclone Hercules, it can do some really cool interesting things. Typically when you use an attack type Beyblade, it will naturally just run around the stadium just like this. But if I were to rotate the stadium counterclockwise, the attack type Beyblade will actually just be shot out every time. But here's an interesting thing: when the stadium is spun clockwise, the attack type Beyblade has to fight against the stadium to run around. So what we're going to do is battle with 3 attack type Beyblades to see which one performs the best in the stadium. Our first Beyblade will be Samurai Ifrit, a right spinning attack type Beyblade owned by Zero in the Zero G Beyblade anime. I chose to use this attack type Beyblade because it should be able to adapt to the swaying stadium just like in the Zero G anime. Its tip is a bit more flatter as well, somewhat close to wide semi-flat. And with the increased surface area on the tip, it might actually be able to break through the stadium's rotations. Our second Beyblade will be Spiral Capricorn, a right spinning attack type Beyblade owned by Dr. Ziggurat in the Metal Fight Beyblade anime. I chose this Beyblade because of the tip metal flat. Unlike the other Beyblade, this tip is made out of metal, so who knows, this might actually be able to break through the stadium's rotation as well. And the third Beyblade we'll be using will be Galaxy Pegasus, a right spinning attack type Beyblade owned by Jinka in the Metal Fight Beyblade anime. And the main reason why I chose this is because of the right rubber flat tip. The rubber flat tip is usually extremely aggressive on the regular BB10 stadium, so I think this might have a really good chance to break through the stadium's rotations. And the Beyblade that will be battling all these attack types will be Gravity Destroyer, a right spinning or left spinning defense type Beyblade owned by Julian in the anime. I think it will be a good thematic fit because of the gravity portion, and the wide defense tip should be able to handle the high speed rotations of the stadium. Alright, let's start the battles. First, we're going to use Gravity Destroyer versus Samurai Ifrit. We're going to be doing a best of 5, so first to 3 points will take it all. Here's one thing I've noticed while doing these battles that you may have noticed as well. As you can see, Gravity Destroyer is slowly getting sucked towards the outer edge of the stadium, but Samurai Ifrit doesn't seem like it's getting affected by it much. The first round, Samurai Ifrit couldn't get that many hits in, and the round goes to Gravity Destroyer. The score is now 0-1. Ooh, Samurai Ifrit actually manages to fight through the stadium and gets a knockout onto Gravity Destroyer. The score is now tied 1-1. Samurai Ifrit just couldn't break through the stadium at all and loses with the sleep out. The score is now 1-2. Samurai Ifrit tried its best but just couldn't knock out Destroyer. The score is now 1-3, which means Destroyer takes the win. A good attempt by Ifrit here, and it did get a really good knockout on round 2, but unfortunately he just couldn't reproduce the results again. Now we have Gravity Destroyer versus Spiral Capricorn. Can the metal flat tip break through the stadium's rotations? We're going to be doing another best of 5, so first to 3 points will take it all. Spiral Capricorn struggled real hard there, and Gravity Destroyer takes the win. The score is now 0-1. Spiral Capricorn actually manages to win with a sleep out. The score is tied 1-1. Capricorn gets a great lethal hit onto Gravity Destroyer and wins with the sleep out. The score is now 2-1. Gravity Destroyer somehow manages to win with a slight rotation. The score is now tied 2-2. A double knockout, but let's slow this down to see who actually won. Now, if you look very closely, Capricorn was actually still in the stadium for like 1 second longer, so Capricorn takes the win with a 3-2 scoreline. It seems like Spiral Capricorn isn't that aggressive, but it's actually able to hold a lot more stamina than the previous Samurai Fruit. And because it's able to have higher stamina, as long as it can drain Gravity Destroyer's stamina just a bit by knocking it towards a wall, it can actually take the win. So now let's move on to our final Beyblade, Gravity Destroyer versus Galaxy Pegasus. Will the rubber flat tip make any difference at all towards the stadium while it's rotating? Well, let's find out. We're going to be doing another best of 5, so first of 3 will take it all. A great start for Pegasus, but unfortunately just couldn't fight the stadium. The score is now 0-1. Another huge double knockout. Let's slow-mo this once again to see who won. And if you look very closely, Pegasus actually stayed in the stadium just a second longer. The score is now tied 1-1. That was a great start by Pegasus, but unfortunately it just couldn't keep up. The score is now 1-2. Pegasus gets a one-hit KO, and now the score is tied 2-2. Before this battle ends, I want you to watch very closely and see who actually wins here. Did Pegasus stop spinning first, or did Gravity Destroyer knock itself out first? I want you guys to comment which one you think won first, and whichever decision gets picked the most, that will be the winner for this battle. It seems like Pegasus is actually able to break through the stadium's high rotations at the very beginning only, because right after that, it just completely stays in the center. It does have the speed and power, but it just doesn't have the stamina to support longer attacks. So out of the 3 attack type Beyblades, which one do you guys prefer the most? Personally, I would choose Samurai Ifrit. And like always, thanks for watching.